One day, an elderly boss was thinking to himself, "I'm getting on in years. It's probably not much longer that I'll be able to keep this place open." So he gathered all his employees together and asked if any of them were interested in taking over the shop. "Since the building is more than 20 years old, it won't cost much to take over," the boss said. One of the younger employees eagerly replied, "I'll take it over." He had long wanted to start his own business, but he had no money and no experience. This opportunity was exactly what he was looking for, so he quickly signed the contract. The young man took over the shop and started working hard. However, he soon discovered that the shop and the back storage area were incredibly dirty. There was even a musty or even dead rat smell. So he invited two of his friends to help him clean up the entire place. The three of them spent 3 days clearing out all the goods and debris. They even replaced the completely rotted floorboards. Originally, they thought they were done, but the new boss asked if they could also repaint the walls. The others didn't want to refuse, so they agreed to keep working. On the 4th day, they finished 1 coat of paint. But the coverage wasn't thick enough, so they had to apply a 2nd coat. It was already late, so the boss took his 2 friends out for dinner. They returned around 9 p.m. and continued working, chatting as they went and not feeling tired at all. Suddenly, one of the friends let out a startled. The other 2 asked what was wrong. The friend pointed at the wall and said, "Look, how could this be?" The other 2 turned to where he was pointing and saw 2 handprints on the wall. Judging by the size, they looked like a child's handprints. All 3 were puzzled, because there were only the 3 of them in the store and no one else had been there. The friend who had found the prints asked the new boss, "Did your old boss ever have a grandchild who came to play here during the renovation and left handprints?" The new boss replied, "I really don't know." The friend who had found the prints was starting to feel a bit scared. Still, he looked around the room and spoke into the air. "Little ghost, don't play around, okay? Uncle is getting mad, but I'll forgive you this time. Just go home, all right? Don't press on the wall again while I'm painting." Strangely, after that, the handprints really didn't show up again. The 3 worked until almost 1 a.m., then packed up and went home. As they were leaving, the 2 friends said to the new boss, "Good luck with your business." Then they each headed home. 7 days later, the new boss suddenly died. An investigation later revealed that he had gone camping and barbecuing with some friends. Afterwards, they visited a waterfall and many of them went bathing or soaking in the water. But when they were getting ready to leave, they realized he was missing. They searched everywhere but couldn't find him. The next day, the police arrived and found his body at the base of the waterfall, his head wedged between 2 rocks. The doctor ruled the cause of death as drowning, but no one could understand how that was possible. The water at the base of the waterfall was only waist deep. How could a grown man drown in that? And how did his head end up stuck between 2 rocks? What made it even stranger was that he didn't know how to swim, and wouldn't have been playing around in the water. Even though there are many unanswered questions, to this day the truth about what happened remains a mystery.